Come. We're live Israelite School Sabbath service out of Virginia, Isupk. Ahmadium, which means to stand. Waponya Akwadam, he's turned and face the east. Gonna say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malak with Ka, Taba'a, Ratazayan Ka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam. Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Chabawaf Slaki, Wasalak Nawa, Chabawaf Yanawa, Kasalak Nawa, Chabawaf Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayai Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwaf, Waha'ala, Wahatapawaf, La Walamium, Aman. And in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. So be it. Prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashar, Nathan Lanawa, Haka, Haka, La Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Haka, La Tahar, Hamatazarayan, Haka, La Hakwiyam, Hamathiam, Haka. Salakia. Lahakwiyam, Hamathiam, Haka, Al Rakal Wath, Atama'ala, Nagarashan, by Shim Yahushai, the water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. Pray to bless Israel, Yahweh, by Shim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashar, Nathan Lanaw. Understand? Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashar, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wahabayah Saparia, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us in Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya, Al Hahoryan, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izoria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shemorka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemorka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarach, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamor, Makal Ra, Yashamor, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaathka, Wabawa'aka, Ma'aitha, I will Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, al damayalaka, al takarash, wa al tashakwat, al kayahana, awayabyaka, yahama yawan, wa mashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapa Wanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yasakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, La, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bar Yath, Yakarathwa, Ahalya, Alawan, Wayashima'alya, Mawa'aba, Wahagoria, Gabal, Wa'imawan, Wa'imalak, Palashath, I'm Yeshabya, Ashawar, Gum Ashawar, Salakia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadyan, Kasaya Sara'a, Kayabyan, Banakar, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayabmawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza Abba, Wakaza Bak, Wakata Zalmanai, Kal, Nasaya Kamwa, Amarwa, Salakia, Ashar, Amarwa, Naya Rishar, Lanawa, Af, Na'awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapunya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira Ya'ira, Wakalahava. So like you. Taba Ira Ya'ira. So like you. Shayatamwa, Kagala, Kakwash, Lapunya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Kan Taradapma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawa Pathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh. Salakia, Basa Iraka, Wabasawa Pathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya Baalwa, Ida Id, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'arataza, Aman. And in the English, I will lift up, and in the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asa also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Abah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be. Read for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahaya, Matazab Yah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Kayayoyam, Wa Ha Wathiam, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, the Wada Amon. In the English, bless you, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Michael and Gabriel, commanding General Yohana, the general, Salakia. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be. Curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now. Right now, send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers in the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their treasures to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, court prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, Pope Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay and lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airwaves. Open up the internet and the airwaves. Open up the internet and the airwaves. Cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. All right. Saw, which means to turn. All right. Yeshabium, which means to be seated. All right. Son Christ. Shalom, y'all by Shimon Shah Thumb. The brothers, Yahweh Shemal Thumb by Shim Yahweh Shah. To the sisters, we went live Sabbath service right here. All right. Most High Christ. Shalom. We'll get into it. Biblical Sabbath service. We're going to be reading here. All right. We're going to be reading the Lord's High Holy Days. We got them coming up. We're going to be reading from Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Very important for all the troopers, the brothers, the sisters, the young men, brothers and sisters, get familiar with this Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. It's extremely important to know the Lord's high holy days. You understand all of the high holy days, not memorials, but the high holy days that are a Sabbath service. These are the prayers. These are the scriptures that get read for the Sabbath service. We're going to read our high holy days, Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. This is what the Lord commanded us to celebrate. As we're going to get into it here. We're going to start Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. All right. You can go to blueletterbible.org or .com and follow along. You can read in the Hebrew and the English. Those of you who got the Bible app that was sent to you, you can download and read it in the Hebrew and the English. We're going to go through these here. All right. Leviticus 23 and 1. Waya Debar, Yahweh, Al Mashar, La Amar. Verse 2, Debar al Banya Yasha'ala, Waya Amarath, Alham, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Ashar, Taqwara'awa, Atham, Makwara'aya, Kodash, Alham, Slakia, Alha, Allah, Hum, Mawa'idya. Verse 3, Shishath, Yamayam, the Aisha, Mala'akath, Wabayawam in that day, Wabayawam, Hara'ash, Hashabayaya, Shabath one, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Ka, Mala'aka, La'a, Ta'aishawa, Shabath, Hawa'a, La Yahawa, Bakal, Mawa Shabath Yakam. To like it. Mawa Shabath Yakam. Verse 4, Alham. Salaki Alha, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Makwara'aya, Kwadash, Ashar, Taqwara'awa, Atham, Bamawa'idam, verse 5, Bakadash, Hara'ashwan, Ba'arabaiha, Aishar, Lakadash, Bayan, Ha'irabyam, Pasak la Yahweh, verse 6, Wabachamasha, Aishar, Yawam, Lachadash, Hazah, Chag, Hamatazawath, La Yahweh, Shaba'ath, Yamayam, Matazawath, the Akalwa, verse 7, by Yawam, Hara'ashwan, Makwara'ah, Kodash, Yahaya, Lakam, Ka, Mala'akath, Ibadah, La Shabbat. Salakia, the Aishawa. All right. So now we're going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 through 7 in the English. All right. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord. These are the feasts, these are the high holy days, what we are supposed to separate. Not Kwanzaa, not Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Ramadan, Eid, Chinese, Japanese New Year, Kenyan New Year, Kwanzaa. You understand? None of these things. We are only supposed to celebrate what the Most High gave us. These high holy days, these are our cultures. We're not Africans. We're not Asians. We're not Arabs. We're not East Indians. You understand? We're not oppressors, so-called white men. We're not French, Dutch. We are supposed to celebrate these things. These are our culture, our heritage for our nation of people, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feast. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein, meaning you're not supposed to go to your slavery, your job, whatever you do for money. We're not supposed to. Of course, we are in captivity. You understand? We're not free. We're under another nation of people as a curse from the Most High, which is why Many of us have to slave. That's why we call it a slavery. We have to slave on some of these days. If you can get off, get off. But many of us are not able to because we are in captivity, because we did not keep these same high holy days that the Lord commanded us to keep. It is a Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. The Sabbath is a day of rest. These are the feast of the Lord, even holy convocations. The word holy means separate. Convocation means a gathering, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Each high holy day has a season. Purim, you understand, has a season. The Feast of Tabernacles, the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Day of Atonement, Memorial Blowing of Trumpets, the Feast of Weeks. These things all have their season. That's why every other nation of people, they have their holidays and their seasons. They got their Ramadans and everything, and their Christmas and Mother's Day, Father's Day, and their fertility festivals and their Easters. Everyone has holidays in their season. Well, we are commanded to celebrate only the Lord's high holy days in their seasons, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover, which would be April the 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina, the Raleigh Convention Center, the Lord's Passover, the Lord's only Passover. All right. Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Lord. You must eat 7 days. You must eat unleavened bread. That's bread and food without yeast, without leavening, baking soda, things that make the yeast rise. For 7 days, we are not allowed to eat any yeast. You understand? That's in your food, your chips, your soda, your coffee, whatever. You're not allowed to have any baking soda, your sodium bicarbonate, those things, not yeast extract, the actual yeast leavening agent. We're not allowed to have those for 7 days. To remember us coming out of Egypt, we had to eat the leftover unleavened bread from the Passover night. That's what we had to eat. We ate our food in haste because the Egyptians were going to deport us out of Egypt, and then their armies were going to chase and try to kill us in between the wilderness of Egypt and the Red Sea. That's why the Lord drowned the Egyptian army, and they're still finding chariot wheels at the bottom of the Red Sea to this day. You understand? Verse 7. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein. All right. So now we're going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahakorabtha Asha la Yahweh Shaba'ith Yamayam Bayawam Hashaba'aya Kan Hashaba'aya Makwara'a Wadash Kal Mala'akath Ibada La the Aishawa. Verse 9. Waya Debar Yahweh al Mashah la Amar. Verse 10. Debar al Banya Yasha Allah Alham Salakia Alham Kaya Taqwa Taba'awa Al Ha'arataza Ashar Ana Salakia Anya Na Nathan Lakam Wakwatazar come. Wakwatazar come. Wakwatazar come. Ath. Kwataza Yara. Hawa Slakia. Wahaba Athumb. Ath. Imar. Ra'ashwan. Slakia. Ra'ash Yath. Kwatazayar come. Al. Hakahan, the priest. All right. Verse 7. Wahanayap. Ath. Ha'amar. Slakia. Ha'imar. La Panya Yahweh. La Ratazan Kam, Mama Korath, Hashabath, Yanayap Nawa, Hakahan, verse 12, 14, verse 12, Wa Aisha Yatham, Bayawam, Hanayap Kam, Ath, Ha'imar, Kabash, Tamayam, Bun, Shanathwa, La Yahweh. Verse 13. Wamanakthawa, Shanya, Aisharanyam, Salath, Balawala, Bashaman, Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, Nayachak, Wana Saka, Yayan, Khan, Yayan, Rabba I, Salakia, Rabba Ya'if, Hayayan, verse 14. Walacham, Wakwalya, Wakaramal, La'a, the Akalwa, Itazam, Khan, Itazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Haba, Habayakam, Ath, Quara, it's like it, Quarabun, Alahayakam, Khan, Alahayakam, Chakwath, I Walam, Ladarath Yakam, Bakal, Mawashabath Yakam. All right. So that's 15. So that's 14. So now we're going to read in the English, Leviticus chapter 8 to 14 in the English. Leviticus 23 and 8. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. We gave offerings to the Most High. We made these offerings made by fire to the Most High for 7 days. You understand? The offerings of the bulls and the goats, whatever the offerings that the Lord required. You understand? For 7 days we made these offerings. Of course, we no longer make these offerings because the Lord no longer accepts the offerings of bulls and goats. Because of our King Christ, the last sacrifice and offering the Lord accepted was Christ. So there are no more offerings of bulls and goats and blood and animals and turtle doves. That has ended. The law has not ended. The high holy days have not ended. But that covenant is gone. Now we're under the new one. No more animal sacrifices. That does not mean we don't celebrate the high holy days anymore. You understand? It says 7 days, and the seventh day is a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give you, and ye shall reap the harvest thereof, ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priests. The first fruits of your harvest. Like when we obey the Most High, that's how you know we are not free as a people. We are supposed to have land with our own corn and fruits and vegetables. We were the agricultural powerhouse in the nations where we went to. You understand? We were working in the field and doing the construction for Egypt. Same way here in America. You got Hispanic brothers and sisters working in the fields, tending to their crops, picking their oranges and strawberries and fruits here in America and also in Central and South America. You understand? What Dole and Del Monte Fruits has stolen all the fruit from the tribe of Zebulun. You understand? And everywhere else. Just so that you know, we also did work the field with the rice, the vegetables, and cotton plantations. We did sharecropping. We were in chattel slavery. We have always done these things for these other nations of people because we were the agricultural experts. All right? You shall wave a sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you on the morrow. After the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering. And a meat offering thereof shall be of 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Most High for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin. Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout all your generations and all your dwellings. You understand? Everywhere we go, we are supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments in the Lord's high holy days. All right. So now we're going to read Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15. All right. 15. We got 7, 15. 5 and 7 is 22 in the Hebrew. All right. So Leviticus chapter 23. Are we doing 24? Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 15. Wasapartham, Lakam, Mamachorath, Hashabath, Mayawam, Habaya Akam, Ath, Imar, Hathana Wapa, Shabathwath, Thamayamath, Tahayana, Verse 16. Id, Mama Harath, Hashabath, Hashabayaith, Hasaparya, Hasalakia, Thaparwa, Hamasha, Yo, Hamash, Salakia, Hamashayam, Yawam, Wayakorab them, Mayanaka, Kadasha, La Yahweh. Verse 17. Mama Washabath Yikam. Come. Mama Washya Shabath. Shabath Yikam. Ma Washabath Yikam. What? Tabayawa. Lacham. Tana Wapa. Tayam. Shana. Shalaki Shanya. Aisharanyam. Salak. Salaki. Salath. Thahayayana. Khamataza. The Apayana. Bakawarium. Bakawarium. La Yahweh. Verse 18. Waha Korabtham. Al. Hala Aka. Salakia. Halacham. Shaba'ith. Bakabashim. Tamayamam. Banya. Shana. Wapar. Bun. Bakwar. Akkad. Wa'ayalam. Shanayam. Yahayawa. Ayla. La Yahawa. Wamanaktam. Wanasakyaham. Ashar. Rayak. Nayachak. La Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa'aishayatham. Sha'ayor. Isayab. Kadash. Lakata'ath. Washana. Salakia. Washanya. Kabashim. Banya. Shana. Lazakat. Salakia. Lazabak. Shalomyam. Peace offerings. Okay, your peace offerings. Verse 20. Wahanayap. Hakahan. Atham. Al. Lakam. Mabakabwaryam. Dana Wapa. Lapanya. Yahweh. Al. Shanya. Kabashyam. Quadash. Yahayawa. La Yahweh. Verse 22. Wakwarab. Wakwaraatham. Ba'itazam. Ba'itazam. Hakahan. Hazah. Makwara'a. Quadash. Yahaya. Lakam. Kal. Mala'akath. Ibada. La Sha'ith. La Tha'aishawa. Tha'aishawa. Kakwath. Salakia. I walam forever. I walam. Bakal. Mawashabath yakam. Ladarath yakam. All right, so that's verse 21. We had 15, 21, 7, one more. Okay. Ladarath yakam. Verse 22. Wabakwatazar come. Ath. Quatazayar. Aratazakam. La'a. Thakala. Pa'ath. Shadak. Bakwarab. It's like it. Bakwatazarak. Wala Quat. Quatazayarak. La'a. Thala Aquat. Salakia. Thala Quat. La Aina. Salakia. La Ainya. Walagar. The Izab. Asha. Salakia. Atham. Anya. Yahweh. Alahayakam. All right. So that's 15 to 22. So now we're going to read in the English, Leviticus chapter 15, and verse 22. Make sure y'all learn the Hebrew. Make sure you can read, write, learn, and speak the Hebrew. Very important. All brothers and sisters need to be able to learn, need to know the Hebrew. Read, write, and speak it. Make sure y'all study. All right. Leviticus chapter 23 and 15 in the English. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from that day, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath, ye shall number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2/10 deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. Verse 18, and ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. Verse 19, then you shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. A kid is a baby goat, for those of you that do not know. That's what a kid is. All right. And 2 lambs of the first offering. So like in 2 yams of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord. With the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to the Most High for the priests. The lambs are being sacrificed, and the priests are going to eat them for the Most High. The things that you give to the Most High, they were going to the priests. The sacrifice offerings were going to the priests. The lambs were going to the priests. The first fruits offerings that you gave, they were given to the Most High, that they were going to the priests. You understand? 21. And ye shall proclaim on the same day, on the self same day, that it be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout all your generations. Verse 22. Well, it should have been 21. But verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather the gleaning. The gleaning is anything that falls on the ground. You ever tried to snatch some berries or some fruit or something off a tree? The tree snaps back in branches, berries and grapes and apples and plums, anything that grows on a tree or a vine, it can fall to the ground. Well, you aren't supposed to pick up what falls to the ground from your own farm. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. Any brother and sister, let's say, for example, they're not from your area. They may be from the tribe of Isupk going through the land of Judah, so-called Mexican going through your land. They might be from the tribe of Zebulun going through the tribe of Gad's land, so-called Central American brothers and sisters from Panama or El Salvador, Guatemala, going through the land of the tribe of Gad, the so-called Native Americans, you understand? Or it could be the tribe of Levi or the tribe of Benjamin, so-called West Indians going through the land of Shemaiwan, so-called Dominicans. When you reap your own crops in the harvest that you have to bring for an offering to the Most High, you are not supposed to take it all for yourself. Whatever falls on the ground in the out corners of your field, let's say your field was 2,000 acres, you are not allowed to farm and harvest, not farm, but you are not allowed to harvest all 2,000 of your acres. About 30 or 40 acres of the outskirts of your farmland, they are supposed to be left for the poor, meaning your own poor brothers and sisters of your people are supposed to be allowed to go through your land by law. They're supposed to be able to come through your land and eat your apples, your grapes, your peaches, your cucumbers, your carrots, your strawberries that you grew, that belong to you, that are on your land. Your brothers and sisters, the children of your people who are poor, they are supposed to eat because you are not a greedy, selfish Christian that takes every crumb and every corner for yourselves, that you don't think and process life like an oppressor, that you leave some of your own by right that belongs to you. The things that are yours by right belong to brothers and sisters that are poor. That is why the Bible says, charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded. It says, your princes have eaten up the spoils of the poor. the wealthy and the rich, your Beyoncés and Jay-Z's and Puffy's and Birdmans and Dr. Dre's, it is your responsibility. And all you preachers and pastors that have stolen all the money from black people, $500 billion since the 80s, it is your responsibility to not take 100% of what belongs to you. 10% belongs to the Lord off top. The rest of the 90% that is yours by right, that you work for, that you earn, that you inherit, it does not all go to you, you greedy, selfish Christian. It goes to the poor of your people. This is a commandment from God. You understand? It's mine. I do whatever with it I want. No, you're an evil Christian. You do not get to do whatever you want with it just because it's yours. That's a lie. All of that is a lie. That comes from Satan. That's not biblical. You understand? You are to leave some of your own for the poor and the stranger of your people. Not the Ukrainians, not the Iraqis, not the Afghans, not the Ethiopians and Nigerians, not the Russians, but Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Native Americans, West Indian brothers and sisters, Mexican brothers and sisters, Guatemalan, El Salvadorian, Brazilian brothers and sisters, Haitian brothers and sisters, so that they are never reliant on another nation of people because their people have the resources needed. This is what we have when we obey the Most High. Because we disobey the Most High, don't none of us have anything except a small few percentage of our people, and it is absolutely their responsibility to take care of the poor, even though they struggle to get what they have. It is their responsibility, and they do not do it because they are Christians. All right? I am the Most High, your power. Now, we're going to read in Leviticus chapter 23, and we're going to start from verse 23. Why Debar Yahweh al Mashar la Amar, verse 24. Debar al Banya Yasha'ala la Amar Bakadash Hashabayaya Ba'akad la Kadash Kadash Yahaya Lakam Shabathwan Zakarwan Tharawaiha Tharawaiha Makwara'a Quadash, verse 25. Ka Mala Akaf Ibada La Ta'aishawa Wahakorabtham Ashar La Yahweh, verse 26. Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashar La Amar, verse 27. Aka Ba'aishawar La Kadash Hashabaya Hazah Yawam Hakaparyam Hawa'a Makwara'a Quadash Yahaya Lakam Iwa Salakia Wa'aina Yatham Ath Napashath Yakam Wahakorabtham Ashar La Yahweh, verse 28. Wakal Mala'aka La'a Ta'aishawa Ba'aitazam Hawa'a Hazah Kaya Yawam Kaparyam Hawa'a Lapanya La Kapar Iwa Ila Yakam Lapanya Yahweh Allah Hayakam. That's 28. All right. Leviticus chapter, we start at 23 to 28. We're supposed to stop at 21. 28. Leviticus chapter 23 and 23. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, memorial blowing of the trumpets and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Verse 26. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, 27. Also on the 10th day of the 7th month shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls. An offering made by fire, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. Afflict your souls means you do not eat. 24 hours from sundown to sundown, you do not eat. No food, no drink. All able-bodied brothers and sisters, women who are not pregnant or nursing, babies, children, sick, elderly, you're going to die if you don't eat because of your blood pressure, your low blood sugar, whatever, you got to take your medicine. Those people don't fast. We're not Jehovah's Witnesses. Kids don't fast. You don't starve your babies and your dog because you can't eat. You silly Christian. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You're not in the truth. Come to class. Get in the Isupk so you can learn the Bible and learn how to serve the Most High properly before you kill one of your kids, starving them to death on the Sabbath. Or you starve your grandmother to death who must eat 3 times a day before her sugar level plummets and she dropped dead. Don't make grandma fast. Feed her. You understand? There is a such thing as you taking care of somebody else when it doesn't directly give you a personal benefit. Don't be a goddamn Christian, man. Don't starve your babies. They can play. They can eat. You understand? You shall do no servile work therein. Babies don't fast. You 15, 16 or something, you probably old enough that you can fast. If you're healthy enough to do so, no food or drink, sundown to sundown. You'll be fine. All right, verse 28. Ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is the day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Most High. All right, where we at? 41. All right, Most High Christ. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 29. Kaya, Salaki, Kaya, Kal, Hanapash, Ashar, La'a, Ta'aina, Ba'itazam, Hayawam, Hazah, Wana Karath, Wana Karatha, Ma'aim Yama. Ma'aimaya, verse 30. Wakal, Hanapash, Ashar, Aisha, Kal, Mala'aka, Ba'itazam, Salakia, Hayawam, Hazah, Hawa, Waha Abadathi. Yeah, and the Waha Abadathia, Ath, Hanapash, Hawa'a, Makwarab, Aima, verse 31, Kal, Mala'aka, La'a, Ta'aishawa, Kwadat, Salakia, Kwath, Iwalam, La Darath Yakam, Bakal, Mawa Salakia, Mashabath Yakam. Where we at? 7, 35. Okay. Shabath 1. Hawa'a, Lakam, Wa'aina Yatham, Ath, Napashath Yakam, but the Sha'iha, La Kadash, Ba'irab, Ma'irab, Id, Ibada, the Shabbathwath, Shalaki, the Shabbathwath, was Shabbath come. Verse 33. While you debar Yahweh al Mashar la Amar, 34. Debar al Banya Yasha'ala la Amar, Bakhadash, Shalaki, Bakhamashah, Aishar, Yawam, La Khadash, Hashaba Ya'aya, Hazah, Chag, Hasakawath, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, La Yahweh, verse 35. Yeah, I think we stopped at 35, start at 35. Okay. Now, in the English, we're going to read from Leviticus chapter 29, 31, 32, 34, 35. Come, read the verse 34. Leviticus chapter 29, verse 30, chapter 23, verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. Like there's a lot of things, the commandments that the Lord gave to see if our people would go through the trouble, so to speak. See if our people would go through and maintain the discipline to keep obeying the Most High. That's why in Isupk, we on strict discipline. Make sure that you are disciplined. Make a phone call at this time. Give a report at this time. Write your report. Submit your report like this. Answer this question this way. We can eat this. We can't eat this. You can't have sex with her. You cannot have sex with her. You cannot do this. You cannot leave your man. You can't kill your babies. You can't celebrate Christmas. We don't rise for the national anthem. Throughout the entire Bible, the Lord has been trying to instill discipline in our people. And that is the discipline that it takes to maintain our nation and to not have the other nations of people devour us the way that they are able to do now, because our people as a whole forfeited the Lord's protection by not obeying him all of these centuries that he kept sending the prophets to tell us to obey him. You understand? These things are very important. You can't serve the Lord without discipline. You understand? You can't eat what you want, like the Lord is trying to see. And that's why I said, if you don't do this, you are cut off from amongst your people. So many things caused Israel to be cut off because the Lord said, be ye therefore perfect. If you didn't do it, you were considered no longer an Israelite. You had to go live amongst the Chinese, go live amongst the Arabs, amongst the East Indians. You were a sinner. If you were a witch, you got put out of the nation if you didn't get stoned to death. If you killed somebody, you had to go flee to another city. You couldn't be around us because we would demand justice and you would die. Or you had to make it to the city of refuge and you had to spend the rest of the high priest life there. Like the Lord was doing these things to make sure that our society did not become what it is today. Absolutely lawless, with everyone preying on our people while we are destroyed. That's why Christ died and came, so that our people, everyone that got put off, they got cast out the nation, they now have an opportunity to come back and serve the Most High, because our nation as a whole did not obey him. That's why I keep saying you would be cut off from amongst your people. You understand? Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in the same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work therein. It's like ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month, even from even unto even, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 15th day of the 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Most High. Feast of Tabernacles, we lived in tents to remember us coming out of Egypt, when we set up tents to live in the Middle East. When we came out of Egypt in the wilderness for 40 years, we lived in tents. Those of you that don't understand, we lived in tents. The military goes and travels to other countries and sets up military bases with tents. Big tents, little tents, small tents, mass tents, mesh tents, big tents everywhere. We set up tents. Our entire nation lived in the wilderness. It's absolutely doable. Militaries do it all the time. The tribe of Gad is known for living in tents, which are so-called teepees, all throughout the plains. You understand? These are things that was always been our culture. All right. So to remember it, just like our children don't remember Black history today, because all we learn is Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and civil rights leaders going to jail to beg white men to sit at their tables and eat from their, restaurants, and sit on their toilets and ride their buses. We don't learn anything about what it means to be us as a people. This is what the Lord was explaining to us in the law. All right. So we at now verse 35. Where we at? We're going to go ahead. We should finish this out. Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 35. Good time. By Yawam, Harashwan, Makwara'a, Kwadash, Ka, Mala Akath, Ibada, La, Shaba'if, Salakia, the Aishawa, verse 36. Shaba'if, Yamayam, the Kwara'a, Salakia, the Kwara, Yab, the Kwara Yab, the Kwara Yabwa, Ashar, La Yahawa, by Yawam, Hashama. Hasham Hashamayanya. Hashamayanya. Makwara'a, Kwadash, Yahaya, Lakam, Waha Kwarabtham, Asha, La Yahawa, Aita, Aitazar, Aitazara, Aitazarath, Hawa'a, Kal, Mala'akath, Ibada, La, the Aishawa, verse 37. Allah, Mawa'idya, Yahawa, Ashar, the Kwara'awa, Atham, Makwara'aya, Kadash, so like it, Kwadash, Laha Kwara, Kwarayab, Laha Kwarayab, Asha, La Yahawa, Ayla, Wamanaka, Zabak, Wanasakyam, Debar, Yawam, by Yawamwa, in their days, in their seasons, their days. Okay. Verse 38. Malabad, Shabbatath, Yahweh, Yahweh, Wamalabad, the Mathanawath Yakam, Walabad, Kal, Nadarath, so like it, Nadar Yakam, Wamalabad, Kal, Nadabawath Yakam, Ashar, the Thunwa, La Yahweh, verse 39. Akah, Bakamasha, Ashar, Yawam, Salakia, Lakadash, Yeshaba Ya'ith, Salakia, Hashaba Ya'ith, Ba'a, Ba'asapakam, Afa, Thabawa'af, Ha'arataza, Salaki, Thakagwa, Af, Kag, Yahweh, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Bayawam, Hara'ashwan, Shabathwan, Bayawam, Hara, Salaki, Hashamayena, Salaki, Hashamayena, Hashemayanaya, Shabbathwan. All right. So now we're going to read verse 39. Where would we? 35. 42. Going to just finish this off. All right. We're going to read it to the end. All right. Verse 40. Wala Huak. Wala Huaktham. Lakam. Bayawam. Hara'ashwan. Paraya. Aitazah. Hadabar. Kapar. Salaki Kapath. Thamorium. Wa'ainap. Aitazah. Ibada. I rob you. Your offerings, your gifts. Okay. Nakal. Washamakatham. Lapanya Yahweh. Alahayakam. Shaba'ith. Yamayam. Verse 41. Wayachama. Salaki. Wakagtham. Atha. Salaki. Athwa. Chag. La Yahweh. Shaba'ith. Yamayam. Shabbat. Salaki. Bashana. Kakwath. Iwalam. La Darath Yakam. Bakadash. Hashara. Salaki. Hashabayaya. Thakagwa. Salaki. Athwa. Verse 42. Basakath. Tashabathwa. Shaba'ith. Yamayam. Kal. Hara'at Salakia. Ha'azakarak. Bayasha Allah. Yeshabwa, Baka Salakia, Basakar, Basakath, the 10th, Basakath. Verse 41, 43, Mala Salakia, Lama'ain, Lama'ain, Lama'aina, Yada'aith, Salakia, Yada'aith, Salakia, Yadaiwa, the Barath Yakam, Kaya, Basakar, Salakia, Basakawath, Hawa Shabbath, Haba Shabbathwa, Salakia, Haba Shabbath Ya, Atha, Banya, Yasha Allah, Basha Bahawa Taza Ya'af, Baha Wataza Ya'af, Ha, Salakia, Bawa Yataza Aha, Ha Wataza Ya Ah Ya, Baha Wataza Ya'aiha, Ya'aha, Awatham, Ma'arataza, Matazarikam, Salakia, Matazarayim, Ana, Salakia, Anya, Yahawa, Alahayakam, Wayadabar, Mashah, Af, Ibada, Salakia, Ma'aidya, Yahawa, Al, Banya, Yasha Allah. All right. So now we got 56. Okay. So now we're going to finish reading from verse 38 on down in the English. So Leviticus 23 and 38, besides the Sabbath of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Most High, also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast of the Most High 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Ye shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the boughs of fig trees, and the willows of the brook. That's where you get your aspirin from, that willow bark extract. And ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. Ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that the Israelites born shall dwell in booths, meaning we shall live in tents. All right, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. So that's Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. These are our high holy days that the Most High had given us orders and instructions to celebrate in all of their various seasons. This is our culture and heritage is contained in the Bible. All right, so we're going to go ahead, send up these prayers now. All right, and with that, I madim means to stand. All right, send up the prayers just here. Wapanya Hakwadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the prayers in the Hebrew, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodah, Shaya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwivka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Ayhaya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanda Nawa, Lakam, Kau, Yawan, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawathi Nawa, Wala'a, Taba Ya'ai Nawa, Banasaya Wan, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kayala Ka, Hamalakwaf, Waslakia, Hamalakwaf, Waha'ala, Wahatapara, La Walamyam, Aman, and in the English. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Pray for the power, the Hakah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashar, Nathanda Nawa, Hakah, La Pa'ar, Kau Makalah, Makau Matawak, Hakah, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakah, La Hakwayim, Hamathiyim, Hakah, Arakar Wath, Hatama Allah Lagarashan, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the water, Ahmad, in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Pray to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kwashar, Salakia, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ala, Wabaya, Saparia, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Bashim Yahushai, the water, Amen. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al Hahorim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izoria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa Ratiza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shemorka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Ya Yashan, Shawamor, Ya Sha'ala, Yahweh, Shemorka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaatka, Salaki, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makal Rai, Yashamor, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamor, Tazaatka, Wabawaaka, Ma'itha, Wa'aid, Iwalam, Aman. And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. So be it. All right. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al damayalaka, al takarash, wa al tashakwat, al kaya hana, wa yabyaka, yahama yawan, wa mashanayaka, nasha'awa, ra'ash, al aimaka, yaira yamwa, sawad, wayataya aitazawa, al tazapa wanyaka, amarwa, nakawa, lakawa, wanakakida, magoya, wala'a, yazakar, sham yasha'ala, aiwa, kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Bar Yath, Yakarathwa, Ahawa, Adawam, Wayashima'alia, Mawa'aba, Wahagoria, Gabal, Wa'imawan, Wa'imalak, Palashath, Aim Yashabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labanya Lawat, Salat, Aishalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya Sara'a, Kayabyan, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Ka'ira, Wakazaaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazalmana, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayarisha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awath, Alahaya, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakab, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haryam, Kan, Taradatma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawapathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawah, Yabashwa, Wayaba'alwa, Aida'ai, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Da'aiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Yahawah, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kal Ha'arataza, Aman. And in the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They are confederate against Lakia, but they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Abba and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to perish. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. Prayers to bless Israel. All right. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazab Ya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapian, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Kayayoyan, Wa Ha Quathian, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, the water, Aman. And in the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be. Saw, which means to turn. All right. Going to give one courtesy salute. All right. Men of Israel, Majim, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Mada Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shah, Barak Thumb. All right. Yad Matah, which means hands down. Sar, which means to turn. Going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mada Shabbat. Sisters Imadian, which means to stand. Salakia. Going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Mada Shabbat, Imadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar al Athan, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, the water. You understand? Yahweh Shamar al Athan, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Matah, class dismissed. All right? Most High in Christ. Make sure you pay your tithes, your Passover funds, get everything in. You understand? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave your comments. Check out our series on this channel. The form of all things, the Bible is black. Fighting the battle in child molestation. Get in the Hebrew language class, learn the Hebrew, pay your tithes, learn to read, write, speak the Hebrew. Every Friday night, Hebrew language class, you understand? And with that, shalom.